Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the video. Today me comparing real-world deaths to Minecraft deaths. The reason I figured I'd do this is because I wanted to know, is Steve stronger than a normal human? Like, are there deaths that could kill Steve that wouldn't kill a normal human? Or are there deaths that would kill a normal human that wouldn't kill Steve? I wanted to test that with today's video, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking some quantifiable human deaths and seeing if they kill Steve or not. So hopefully you do all enjoy today's video, taking 5 different deaths and seeing if Steve wins or if the human wins. If you do all enjoy it, like the video, let me know because it helps out the channel and lets me know you do like these sorts of science-based videos. One more warning before we start, this is going to be involving some death talk. If you don't like talk about death, if that makes you uncomfortable, or if like limbs and stuff, because that does come up a little bit, make you uncomfortable, then yeah, leave now, because otherwise you'll be uncomfortable at the end and you'll be angry, and that's not good for either of us. So yeah, with that said, let's get straight into it with the very first death here, which is a really simple one that happens surprisingly often in Minecraft, because it is starvation. So starvation in the real world, as we all know, takes somewhere, once you get hungry, it takes a few weeks to go from the hungry to starving phase. In Minecraft, once you start starving, and by the way, look how fast my hunger's gone down in this video already. Even if we exclude that, which takes somewhere in the period of minutes, it takes 80 seconds to go from hungry to starving, because as soon as your hunger bar hits 0, every 4 seconds you lose half a heart, and if you're on hard, if you're on hard, then you go all the way down to 0, which means in just 80 seconds you go from, all the way hungry, all the way, full with health to starving, which is pretty crazy if you ask me, because again, it's weeks in real life versus 80 seconds in Minecraft. So, fortunately I've got the golden carrot so I don't have to starve, but Steve really sucks at starving in Minecraft. When it comes to, the real world versus Minecraft, even though Steve is packing so much weight, he's a very heavy person, he still loses the fight of that, he still definitely loses the fight when it comes to hunger versus hunger. So humans are at 1. Humans can withstand a depth that would kill Steve. Like, have you ever been 80 seconds between being hungry and the real world thing? It's not actually too serious, is it? So, yeah, with that said, you do convert to Minecraft days, by the way. But with that said, let's move into the second type of death here, which is going to have to be full damage. So full damage is something which I know exactly the science of in Minecraft. It's 23 blocks without any armor on, of course. There's 23 blocks, which is the amount that will kill you. 22 blocks, you'll be fine, and etc, etc. However, in the real world, it's a bit more complex than that, because not all humans are built the same. However, the full distance where you start to get lethal injuries is actually at 23 feet, which is interesting. That's almost the same as the meters in Minecraft, but it's 23 feet or about 8 meters in real world. So this sort of fall right here is the sort of thing where you start to see some lethal injuries in and potentially fatal. In Minecraft, you take a little bit of a glancing blow. You could do that over and over and over again. Not only that, but you could do an almost double, for that distance, and you can survive more than fine. You can survive almost 2 of those in a row, which is pretty much better than anyone in Minecraft, in the real world. So there is one kind of caveat to this. The longest fall ever survived by a human is 300 blocks, whereas in Minecraft, if you're not falling onto slime, the longest fall you can survive is 161 blocks with feather falling and hay and stuff. So yeah, that means that humans can just about be, Steve at the very high end, but at the low end, Steve has a 100% success rate, where humans have like a 5 or lower percent success rate. So yeah, according to studies, humans are worse than Minecraft Steve at falling. So maybe that's a positive thing. I think that is, and that brings Steve versus the human to 1v1. So let's move on to another common enough Minecraft death. It's not so common in the real world, fortunately for me, because basically it involves water and stuff. So let's just quickly eat all the way up to full health again, because it's got a bit of fair comparison. In the real world, you can drown in anywhere from a few minutes to some in the region of 10 minutes, basically as long as your breath will last. In Minecraft, as you can see, it takes about 10 seconds. You have about 10 seconds of breath. I think this is something to do with Steve being out of weight. I'm a cat model right now, but it's something to do with the thing being out of weight, and it means in just 10 seconds you can go from I'm entirely fine to I ran out of oxygen and now I'm suddenly choking to death, and then another I believe it's something like 12 seconds because of regeneration. You will actually drown all the way to death, which means in about 25 seconds total, less than 25 seconds, you will die in Minecraft versus minutes in the real world. So yeah, the third death right here, humans have it once again. Humans are better at not starving and humans are better at not drowning, but they do fall a little bit further. However, when it comes to the next statistic here, which is explosions, it's a little bit of an opposite situation, because this is something really complex to calculate in real life, and again, it's a little bit gruesome, so maybe shut your ears if you don't like to hear things that are a tiny bit like this. But basically, a block of TNT in Minecraft is it's a cubic meter, so that means it's 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, which means it's about 1,500 kilograms of TNT. That's right, it's actually really dense. Think about a 1 meter cube block of anything. There's going to be a lot of weight in there, and yeah, when you have that much TNT in one space, you get a really explosive thing. So the lethal distance in real life, if you were to have TNT of that weight in one spot, would be 45 meters. So that means in real life, you would have the range range where not only are you going to probably die, but it's going to destroy concrete, it's going to blow off limbs. That's what happened to One-Legged Steve, by the way, and that's at 45 meters. So somewhere in the region of this distance, if I fired it, okay, so I think I missed, okay, so in the region of this distance, if I detonate the TNT and actually can do it, which I'm apparently just failing over and over again, this is the range where it would still almost certainly, like 99.9% of the time, kill me in real life, and as you can see, nothing whatsoever. Not only that, but if we go to the distance where in real life, okay, so we place a button there, in real life, this distance is more than 50 times the amount to kill you, destroy concrete, and do lethal blows and stuff. As you can see, in Minecraft, it is just a glancing blow again. So, Minecraft Steve is incredibly explosive resistant, and humans are not explosive resistant. Do not blow up humans. That's a bad idea. So, yeah, that's a fun fact you might not have known about humans and Steve right there, and it brings us into the final one here, which is going to be, humans versus Steve on the subject of burning to death. So, again, this is, I feel like being all happy-go-lucky about this is not so great, but basically burning, is something that can happen in the real world, as you're all aware, and if it does happen, you actually don't, it's a really common thing that's like one of the worst things ever, but fun fact, it's actually not one of the worst deaths, because you usually don't die from the fire, you die from breathing in carbon monoxide, and you pass out and die that way. So, yeah, that's actually not true in Minecraft, where the fire itself will usually kill you, so I actually probably need to be doing this. The fire itself usually kills you in Minecraft, and it kills you in a matter of, okay, so I need to get some health up. Actually, I've got to go to an apple. Let's use that for, actually, that gives you fire resistance, doesn't it? But yeah, fire, basically fire will do a bit of damage, like every second again, which means you can die in about 20-ish seconds, somewhere in that region, whereas in real life, you can survive up to a minute. However, the kind of downside to that is it means that if you're just near fire in real life, again, you'll die somewhere in the region of a minute again, but in Minecraft, you can survive next to a fire pretty much indefinitely. So, I guess depending on how you want to define being next to a fire, if in real life you like to just stand in the fire like this, then you would be better off doing it in Minecraft. No, sorry, you'd be better off doing it in the real world, but if you like standing next to fires, both in Minecraft and the real world, you're a lot safer doing it in Minecraft. So I'm just going to eat this so I don't die. And yeah, that's a handy little fact you might not have known. So, who wins this battle? Who is stronger, Steve or the real-life human? I would say it depends on how you're measuring it. I mean, obviously there are different kind of measurements, but in the head-to-head kind of thing, I'm pretty sure Steve wins 3-2 right there, but it's kind of a technicality, so I'd even say like 2.5, 2.5. It depends on what stuff you're throwing at the Steve or the human. It's not as simple as like, oh, it's better, Steve is just stronger than a human, and that's interesting to me, the fact that a lot of these are like kind of comparable, and then some of them are just all over the place, and I don't know, maybe it's interesting to you too, or maybe I just spoke about something you're like, Jesus, Toy Cat, why did you research like burning to death? Maybe that's your reaction, I don't know, I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. Like the video if you did like it, share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this one, well not like this one at all, every single day on my channel, and if you want to learn about things and stuff, and maths and cats and flame bows, then you can do that by checking my channel out every single day. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Don't play with any of the things I mentioned in this video. Don't try and drown yourself or set yourself on fire, because that does kill you, fun fact. And I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.